once we've carried out our search on Nimbus Maps Elite, one of the most powerful things we can then start to use is the filters section. Now the filters are down here on the left, so if you click on that button here you get this pop-up. Now we have some preset filters down here which hopefully pretty self-explanatory in terms of what they do. But in effect what they will do is they'll update the right hand side here where you can tweak and change the what's displayed in the maps. This top section here tells you what's going to be displayed in the map. And then down here we start looking at the properties themselves, and we can start filtering out the properties that don't match what you're looking for in favour of the ones that do. So just running through in a little bit of detail, the search radius here we can set. So this is that sort of preset default of here's the centre of my search location, and then the 250 metre radius around that this is set up by default, and we can extend that out to 1,000 metres if we want, so a kilometre either side of that particular location. Then we can display those green L's in the map, and we can put a date filter onto that if we want to only show us certain things that are relevant if we're looking for comps or looking for those most recent leases that have been displayed, to be displayed in the map or not, or just take them off completely. Then we have a similar thing with the planning, so we can display the planning. That's then where it's going to highlight all the properties that have a planning application from within the period that you've set here on the right hand side, and we can push that back to year dot, or we can have that kind of more recently if we're looking for the most recent stuff. Then we can display unregistered land if we want to. Those U's that are in the map, display the availability, those blue spots with the where we're checking the agent's details, the properties that are displayed on the agent's commercial agents' websites. Bearing in mind about 70,000 available properties at any one time, and this number should be going up as we speak. And then below that section now, what we then have is the filtering around the actual properties that are then displayed. So here we can set a size filter, so I'm interested in properties that are over half an acre, for example, but actually I then want building footprints that are much smaller, so I want everything up to 900 square metres, so 10,000 square feet or something like that, on a site that's greater than half an acre, and I can then start to run those filters based on that. I can then use the uses down here where I can take them all off and say, well, actually I'm only interested in, say, sheds that are of that size, and I can click update, and that will then just go off and draw that for me. Alternatively, I can just look, say, for residential properties where I just want to see maybe some that have sold in a certain period of time or something like that. So all of that is configurable. You click update and the platform will do that for you and just display it. Or alternatively, you can use that left-hand side where it presets all of this to remove some of the stuff out of the map and just show you the stuff that we think is relevant for you. You click update and then the platform then will draw that on the map for you. So then everything that's shown will then have the characteristics that you've set within those filters, and you can then go and click around the map and see that information around each of those properties. In the case of this one, we've got the residential comp sections shown, and we can then see the property being sold and how much it was for, and obviously in the case of that we have then the export that sits on top of that with the CL comparables that will jump that into Excel for you. All very quick and very simple with Nimbus Maps Elite.